Hello everyone and welcome to this AstroTarot reading, and today we will have a closer look at the energies of September, of what is coming in for us, what to expect on a collective level, what to expect on the world stage. And I must say that I'm quite excited because I think that there's a lot going on right now in all sorts of life area. So let's see what the cards have for us, and perhaps you'll find that there will be some kind of advice or message coming through that perhaps resonates with your personal life journey right now. But take with you what you really feel resonates, and here you really need to feel that it's spot on, because I am reading for the collective here. But if there is something on a personal level, take that with you, absolutely. And also, if you're in a country right now where there's a lot of different tendencies coming up, a lot of things showing up, and you feel that some of it really responds to that, then definitely take that with you as well, as a confirmation that there is something here that you really can take with you in that particular country where you're living right now. So with that being said, let's shuffle the cards and let's see which planets or life, which houses or zodiac signs are showing up, so that we can get something specific here. So let's see what the cards have for us. And I'll just give them a good blend here. And then let's see what's coming out for us. And I'll just pull two cards. And first we have a planet coming out, Chiron. And this card is talking about our healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. So this is also what we would call the wounded healer. So the next card that is coming out is a house card, the 12th house, so the last house of the zodiac. This is the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. Okay, so those are the two astro cards coming out for us. And I would just like to say that the 12th house is referring to the zodiac sign of Pisces. So we are in the water element there, as we can see there's an ocean here in this picture. So we are here in the water element. We are here in the areas of our emotions, spirituality, using our psychic abilities and sensitivity. And we are here giving it up for a greater cause. Okay, it's like where we are moving out into the sunset. We have been moving around the entire zodiac. We have learned really a thing or two. So there is an ending to some things here where we are kind of leveling up. And with Chiron here, yeah, I think these two cards go perfectly together, because we now are in a period here on the earth where we need to figure out where we have been really wounded throughout history, and where we need to ask ourselves, what have we learned? What have we learned? And especially in the areas of how to heal as a collective, how to show more empathy, and how to teach and learn new things. Here we see a picture where there is a teacher. I feel he's teaching his student here about the herbs and the plants, the trees, and all of that. There seems to be a spotlight on that right now, how to use nature actually. So I will also say that we are in the age of Aquarius, which is about science and spirituality. It's about freedom, revolution, coming into higher thinking. So this is also about learning new skills and taking things up a notch or two. So we are coming into some more revolutionary powers that we have seen before, back in the 1750s, 1730s, where we had the Enlightenment movement, and I feel that that's a strong focus on that right now, actually, to give things up for a higher course, to really start to tune in and look at what nature also can bring to us, and what science through that can bring to us, and really try to find out how spirituality, nature, and science are all linked. It's all the same. It's just the viewpoints that can be different, but it's really all about the same. And so I feel here that there's a beautiful recognition of that coming in, a beautiful healing that is starting to rise. We finally now see that we actually have to, life is life. And when you really fight for something, you are giving up your life for that cause, no matter what it cost you. And I think that that's where we are right now. We see very much now on the world stage people fighting for their freedom in many different areas of the world, where people are trying to heal old wounds that are now showing up. And I think that things have got to come to the surface of our waters, of our emotions, so that we finally can grab it by the root, so to say, and finally put it behind us and ask ourselves, what did we learn from that? Where have we been wounded enough? Like, enough's enough. Where have we been wounded? What can we learn from it? And how are we going to take things forward? Which world do we wish to live in? What kind of world do we wish to live in? What kind of tendencies, what kind of potentials do we want to live out? So let's have some tarot cards and see where there is, in which life areas we are seeing this, and which energies that are coming through here. And we'll just start with the major arcana, because that is about the bigger energies coming in. So let's just see what's happening here. If there's any card coming out. Okay, we have one card coming out here. Yes. And that is just confirming that that in the details of these bigger energies coming in, we have the Empress here, and she's like the mother, nurturing, caring, loving, beneficial influences coming in, and fertility, and also the ability to take action on things, to do something concrete, actually. So a very beautiful card showing up for us here. We'll put her over here. And when we read the bottom card, which is telling us of the overall energy here, the overall tendency, we have here the Lovers, card number 6 coming out, talking about choice, making a pact or an oath. There's a choice going on here, a decision. So now it is time for us perhaps to tune into our soul contracts, which this card to me is referring to. That's what's popping up in my mind when I see this card, that there's something that we have brought with us here, and now we need to figure out, okay, which road to take. What are we going to listen to? What kind of, in which direction do we want to take things from here? So that's the overall energy. So let's see what's coming out when we are asking about in which life areas these energies are showing up in. And let's begin with the Empress and see what's coming up for her in particular. Yeah, and we have one card coming out here. Let's see if there are any more cards to come out. Okay. So we have the Swords card. We have a swords card here. Ace of Swords. So that is really talking about, here we are on the mental realm. So all these beneficial influences coming in and taking concrete action is really referring to our mental state, our mind, our visions, ideas, thinking patterns, communication, speaking and writing, and our psychology in things, where we are coming out pretty victorious, but there's a whole new beginning for us here, as the Ace of Swords is focused on. And so this is talking about that new beginnings now in communication, how we are speaking to each other, how we are communicating things out, but also in how we view things, new visions coming in here. Just going back to these two beautiful astrology cards where we have the light coming in. Something is coming into light. That's why I'm also talking about the Age of Aquarius with enlightenment. So something is beginning here. A whole new journey of that is coming in. Brand new informations, ideas, visions, you know, maybe even how to speak to each other, the words we're using, or perhaps we're moving into telepathy here. And so that's the life area that is talking about, where we're coming out with a lot more dynamism, fighting spirit. Be careful that we are not fighting spirit, but that we are coming up with that fighting spirit, with that kind of dynamism here, where we really have some beneficial influences coming in, fertility, something new, and also being able actually to start taking action on that, to start following those visions, to dive deeper into that. And when we read the bottom card alongside with the bottom card here from the Major Arcana, card number 6, we have also a card number 6 here, again from the Swords. And 6 of Swords is in particular talking about misunderstandings, delays, suspension. You know, did we say it right? What did I really mean by that? Was I misunderstood? What did the others really mean when they said that to me? All kinds of things like that. But with this flower, which I think is a tulip here in the middle, we are really blossoming now. We're coming above that. So enough of misunderstandings here, with card number 6 coming in here. When we have the 2 6s here. 6 is also referring to us being cosmic creatures. So we are definitely being asked to dive deeper into our visions, our divine communication, what we really start to experience, maybe even with paranormal activity and stuff like that, really seeing how everything is coming together. So we are down here. Overall, this is about September, where we need to make choices. We need to check our pact, our oath, whatever it is that we have already decided to do before we came down here to Earth, in relation to our soul contracts. I feel that with the 2 6s here, there's a definite reference to that as well. So as we are coming down here, we need to make a decision now in the ideas that we are getting, the visions, in how we're speaking to each other, addressing each other, what it is that we're experiencing on a mental level here. So with the air, with the Swords coming in, we're in the air element, and that would be the zodiac sign of Gemini, Libra, and again Aquarius. So I would really like to emphasize the age of Aquarius. I have a video for you there that I will just put the link to that in the box below this video, so you can check that out. But definitely, we are cosmic creatures. We need to understand that. We need to start to tune into new visions coming in, new learnings coming in. And here also with the 12th house, this is about past lives, seeing how everything is interconnected. So again, science, nature, UFOs, paranormal experiences, maybe it's all connected, So I really feel that we are tuning in, that we're becoming whole, that we are coming into some kind of being united again. But it is starting with our visions, communication, our own psychology, how do we understand something. Now we're in Virgo season also, and we're in Libra season in September, so perfect with these air cards. And also Chiron is in the esoteric astrology, actually linked to the zodiac sign of Virgo, which is about the earth, healing, going through life on a more practical way, learning things, looking for the details, you know, look over there what that particular plant can do for you, how that can heal you and stuff like that. So I feel that these cards are coming beautifully together. And actually the opposite house, you know, Virgo is the 6th house in the zodiac, and the opposite house of that is actually the 12th house. So we have Virgo and Piscean energy working together here. Just because I'm saying that these are opposite signs, it means that they're opposite when you look in a horoscope, but it doesn't mean that they cannot work together, because we also call the opposite signs, we also call them sister signs. So there is something building here with our emotions and coming into more healing. In mundane astrology, Virgo is linked with the planet Mercury, which is again, it's ruling also the sign of Gemini. So that's also something to do with our communication, understanding, and also traveling, actually. But it doesn't mean bigger travels, but it means traveling perhaps around in our minds here, traveling out, just going out into the nature outside your door, for example, or just making one-day travel to the ocean perhaps. So really pay attention to where you also are being led in your very close surroundings, as that's also Mercury. So let's pull some more cards to see what else September has for us. But definitely we are coming into much more divine alignment, that we're starting to see the bigger picture. Whatever has prevented us, whatever has been in delay, now it's time to make that decision of what to follow through on, which visions to follow through on. So let's see what the next card have for us. Okay, I'll pull one card here. Yes, you got the love. Beautiful. Here we are at the, this talking about Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So here we are really talking about that we must remember that first of all, we are loving creatures, okay? Love is the answer to everything. And that is perhaps what we are now beginning to understand. But it's also about dropping out of codependency, dropping out of own boundaries, and really trust that with love for each other, we can go about conflicts, perhaps even wars, and other what we would call disastrous things and catastrophe. When we go out of that, we find that the only thing that really connects us is love. But it is asking us to trust ourselves and trust our hearts. And also I feel this is a beautiful link, especially to the 12th house over here with the Piscean energy, our emotions, our ability to use our psyche and our sensitivity and having some kind of breakthrough here. So whatever it is right now, we are seeing on a world scale for September, we are breaking out of codependency. We are setting new boundaries. And I feel that these are healthier boundaries, because now we're starting to see also with these many beautiful faces we have going over here in pointing into different directions. No matter where we look with love. Open your eyes. We see how one face, she has her, it's a female face, I think, and she has her eyes open now. So now it is time to perhaps coming out of that dream state where we are leaving the age of Pisces, coming into the age of Aquarius, where we are acting now with our eyes open. That's a reality check. Here we're moving more out of, You know, Piscean energy can be very blurry, very about disillusion, also about having difficulties to really see the truth, you know, for what it is. We can have a tendency to move into a dream state. We can have a tendency to not being able to look through the veil. And so a lot of things have been under the surface here throughout the age of Pisces. And now we are being lifted up into the age of Aquarius, where we can start to see, okay, what kind of codependency have we been in? What kind of boundaries have we set for ourselves because we did not believe that we are just one nation here on Earth as an Earth planet people? When we start to come into that love vibration, we will start to see how all of this is really has got to do with love, and how things can be resolved through love. Really beautiful. Okay, so let's finish up the reading with a card from this deck, just to see how these energies will show up more tangibly through us as persons moving around and about here on planet Earth. Let's just see what cards are coming out. Okay, so we have one card coming out. Yes, and this card is talking about marriage. So this is not necessarily about two people getting married. I see this as yin and yang, being united here. Female, male energies coming into blossom. Finally, we are finding our way home. We are ready for new beginnings, where we are feeling more united, where we have been through some rough times, actually, through the last many months, especially with the COVID-19 and all of that, but also with wars and conflicts arising now from, you know, very old wounds back to Second World War and back to the beginning of the 90s. All of that is showing up right now because we want resolution. We want things to find its peace, so that we can begin to see new visions, following new visions, coming into blossom as united Earth people. Okay, so that is what I had for you about the September energies. I hope you have been inspired to perhaps dive deeper in this, and perhaps you want to look more into your own natal chart about this. If you feel something has resonated a lot, then go with that as well. But I hope that you have been inspired. Always dive deeper, go out in nature, ask questions. We are in intriguing times. So thank you for watching and listening. Take much care of yourselves out there. Happy September to everyone. Bye for now.